This video explains Liberty's weather normalization adjustment, what it is, how it works, and its benefits. As a regulated public gas distribution utility, Liberty submits applications to establish customer rates that are reviewed and must be approved by the New Brunswick Energy and Utilities Board, or the EUB, as part of an open and transparent regulatory process. In Liberty's 2024 general rate application, we requested a weather normalization adjustment, which mitigates the impact abnormal weather has on gas consumption. Part of the EUB's role is to determine a just and reasonable revenue level based on the costs to run and maintain a safe and reliable gas system and to serve our customers. Under weather normalization, this revenue will not be affected by customer usage that varies due to abnormal weather. Let's get into how your rates are determined. Like any business, Liberty incurs different types of costs to operate. To continue to provide a safe and reliable service to our customers, Liberty must recover these costs through the rates we charge for our services. Liberty incurs three different types of costs in its provision of services to customers like yourselves. The first are costs to build and maintain a safe infrastructure. This includes things like pipelines, meters, gate stations, system monitoring, etc. The second are costs to support the system, including offices, employee salary and benefits, insurance, etc. And three, return on investment, or the opportunity to make a profit. In fact, this too is regulated by the EUB. Liberty's return on investment is determined by the EUB through a regulatory proceeding. Liberty is allowed the opportunity, not the guarantee, to earn a certain percentage of profit. Together, these costs make up a fixed revenue level. This is the amount of annual revenue Liberty requires to ensure a safe and reliable gas distribution system. The revenue level is then divided by anticipated customer usage, or the amount of gas Liberty expects customers to use, measured in gigajoules, to develop rates, which are designed to recover all the costs outlined above under normal weather conditions. In New Brunswick, gas usage by customers like yourselves is predominantly determined by weather. For example, more gas is used in the winter because we need to heat our homes. To determine future usage, Liberty looks to past usage. Rates are developed with normal or 20-year average weather in mind. Thus, deviations from this normal changes the amount of gas used and therefore revenue that Liberty can collect. This graph shows the difference in gas usage year over year from 2015 to 2022. The purple line in the center represents the 20-year average normal, and the blue line represents actual usage. As you can see, some years are warmer than normal, dipping below the purple line, while others are colder than normal, crossing above the purple line. Since historical usage is used to estimate future costs and rates, changes in future usage due to abnormal weather can result in a difference between Liberty's EUB-approved revenue level and the actual revenue collected. This creates financial incentive for Liberty to sell more energy, can create customer bill instability, and results in either an overcollection or an undercollection of revenue. But remember, Liberty desires to collect only the board-approved revenue level, no more, no less. The solution to this is a weather normalization adjustment, or a WNA, which separates the relationship between the amount of gas consumed and the corresponding revenues received. This type of mechanism is widely recognized as beneficial for both customers and utilities and is in widespread use throughout multiple North American utility jurisdictions. A WNA works by adjusting the customer rates during the heating season to account for weather-related variances in usage. When weather is colder than normal, rates may be adjusted downward or decreased to prevent a revenue level surplus. When weather is warmer than normal, rates may be adjusted upward or increased to prevent a revenue level deficit. This maintains customer benefits of individual energy conservation efforts, reduces annual bill variability in real time during the heating months, stabilizes annual bill amounts and mitigates volatility of monthly gas bills, and allows Liberty to collect only the EUB-approved revenue level, no more, no less. Let's get into some examples. You may recognize this portion of your bill. It covers the distribution or delivery charges as well as the commodity charge. Residential customers are billed their portion of the revenue level each month using two types of charges. There is the fixed customer charge, a flat monthly charge, and then a volumetric charge known as the delivery charge, a variable charge based on usage. This means that the more gas you use, the higher the delivery charge will be. The less gas you use, the lower your delivery charge and overall bill. The commodity charge, on the right, is a separate charge that is not part of the EUB approved revenue level and is not regulated by the EUB. Liberty does not earn a profit on the sale of gas. You are charged for the amount of gas that you use. Previously, you would have paid distribution charges based on the amount of gas that you used. In a colder than normal month, you used more and paid more. In a warmer than normal month, you used less and paid less. This example reflects the average residential gas usage for February 2023 at 12.35 gigajoules. This customer would pay $21.50 for the customer charge and $10.4163 multiplied by 12.35 gigajoules of gas, or $128.64 for the delivery charge, making the total delivery charges for the 12.35 gigajoules of delivered gas $150.14. Remember, the delivery charges are what cover the revenue level, or the cost to serve our customers and maintain a safe and reliable gas distribution system. These are the charges that the weather normalization adjustment will adjust to recover the EUB authorized revenue level. No more, no less. The commodity charge, or charge for the gas that was used, is not part of the EUB authorized revenue level. You will still pay for what you use. Let's move to some examples of how these adjustments to the delivery charge will work. During the heating season, October through May each year, Liberty will adjust delivery charges up or down back to normal. Remember that Liberty sets rates based on normal weather, the average of the past 20 years. This means that normal weather changes from year to year as the past year's weather data is incorporated and a new 20-year average is calculated. In this example, weather has been colder than normal. You can see that this customer used more gas than in the last example. Instead of their normal 12.35 gigajoules in February, they've used 13.4 gigajoules. Recall, Liberty's distribution or delivery rates are designed using normal weather. For this customer, Liberty considers 12.35 gigajoules to be normal usage based on the customer's individual usage history. Using the weather normalization adjustment, Liberty will adjust customer rates in real time to account for the difference in usage between actual and normal. In the case of a colder than normal month, while a customer will use more gas and will still pay for the gas that they've used, they will also benefit from the weather normalization adjustment, which will reduce the distribution or delivery portion of their bill back to normal in real time when the bill is issued. In this example, the delivery charge shows a credit of $10.94, reducing the total delivery charges from $161.08 back to $150.14. So, this customer is getting immediate relief in a colder than normal month when they've used more gas than normal. The weather normalization adjustment will also be limited by a 20% cap. To ensure fairness among all residential customers, this cap is based on your total distribution charges plus what your commodity charges would have been under the Liberty utility gas price. In this next example, weather has been warmer than normal. You can see that this customer used less gas than normal. Instead of 12.35 gigajoules, they've used 11.31 gigajoules. Again, for this customer, Liberty considers 12.35 gigajoules to be normal usage. This is based on individual customer history, up to a customer's most recent 36-month or 3-year average daily delivered gigajoules. If a customer does not have a sufficient billing history with us, the class average will be used until they have at least one qualifying year. In the case of a warmer than normal month, a customer will use less gas and will still only pay for the gas that they've used. In this example, the weather normalization adjustment is an additional charge, increasing the distribution or delivery portion of the bill to normal. the delivery charge has been increased by $10.83 to get the total delivery charges from $139.31 to $150.14. However, because this adjustment only applies to the delivery charge, this customer is still paying less than in a normal year because in a normal year they would be using 12.35 gigajoules of gas, not 11.31 gigajoules. Remember, the weather normalization adjustment is also limited by a 20% cap. In addition, to further protect customers during extreme warmer than normal weather, heating months with insufficient heating degree days will exclude the weather normalization adjustment. A heating degree day is calculated as 18 minus the average temperature in degrees Celsius for that day. If the calculated heating degree day is less than 0, it will be set to 0. If the sum of the heating degree days during the billing period is less than 55 degrees Celsius, then the weather normalization adjustment will not apply. In summary, the New Brunswick Energy and Utilities Board has approved Liberty's weather normalization adjustment. A weather normalization adjustment works by adjusting your rates during the heating season to normal. WNA mechanisms are in widespread use across North America, and customers benefit from the WNA in real time. The WNA is limited to distribution charges only, and again only applicable during the heating months of October through May inclusive. During the heating months, the WNA will not apply if there are insufficient heating degree days during the billing period. And finally, adjustments will be clearly marked on your bill and will be capped at 20%, as Liberty looks only to recover the costs to run a safe and reliable gas distribution system for New Brunswickers. No more, no less. Thank you.